Okay, lesson 2, contact point with a forehand grip. We're going to move away from the continental grip now, and I'm going to show you guys the forehand grip. Basic forehand grip is you hold the racket like you're going to flip pancakes with it, not like you're going to hammer nails with it. The reason you want to do this is so that when you make contact, it's out in front. Notice where my elbow is in relationship to my body. There's two views of it. So my elbow is in front of my body. I don't care about the feet quite yet. Good contact, I don't care about the follow-through either, but we're just going to work on where do you need to contact the ball in relationship to your body to hit a good, consistent shot. Why is it important that you contact out in front? The biggest reason is because you can see the ball better there. As the ball comes in, we lose sight of it, or we have to move our head if it gets too far to our side. Our eyes really don't work that well when the ball gets to our side. So we need to keep the ball in front so we can see it well, and so when we hit, we're not turning our head too much. It's also a great power spot, and they call this kind of the wheelhouse. The full swing looks maybe something like this, and it's going to go into that position. So this is something that's called backwards modeling. It's starting from the most important thing and working our way back. Follow through, I don't teach follow through stuff. That's going to happen naturally where you needed to hit the ball, and depending on the situation for the shot. It's going to be different every time. Practicing a follow through is not really going to help you too much. Practicing contact point and take that, that's what gives the ball direction. The follow through doesn't give the ball direction. The ball has already left the strings. So ask yourself the question, or I'll ask you this question: what does the follow through do for the shot? Why do we follow through? You'll come up with a bunch of answers, but I'll tell you the answer. The answer is it does nothing. It safely decelerates the racket and keeps you in balance. That's what a good follow through will do. Notice Nadal finishes up here, and Sharapova finishes up here, and sometimes Federer finishes here, and sometimes they finish here. It all depends on the shot. I watched Sampras hit a serve return one time, and there was no follow through at all, and there was barely a backswing. It was boom, and that's it. If he had tried to follow through on that shot, it probably wouldn't have worked out so well. He did what he had to do, which is contact point and giving the ball direction. So here's the basic forehand. We're going to work on contact point, and this is skill number 2 that you guys should be able to do. Notice my athletic stance. I've got my feet shoulder width apart, and that's all that matters right now. You can run around the court and get into this position and make a hit. Doesn't matter if you're turned yet. We want to make good contact and give the ball good direction. And notice how I'm just bunting. I'm not following through. I'm not taking it back. I'm working on the most important part of the tennis swing, which is contact point. Footwork, that's important, but we're going to do some of that stuff later. So this should be an infinite drill. Notice where my elbow is. It's in front of my torso. I'm not taking the ball back. Let the racket head drop a little bit sometimes. Keeping my head steady. Keeping my shoulders pretty square. If I take them back, I'm going to have a backswing. I'm going to hit the ball way too hard against the backboard. This is something that all beginner players need to be able to do to get to the next level. And it's something that you should be able to do infinitely. That's lesson number 2.